Most people think being valuable at work means doing more. They believe that if they just work harder, push longer hours, take on more tasks, they'll prove their worth. That's not how it works. You're not going to become indispensable by doing the same job faster or by stacking up more responsibilities in your head. You're going to become valuable by building systems that make you redundant. The people who stop being workers and start becoming architects are the ones who ask, what system would make this task run without me? That's the real leverage. This is Work Yourself Out of a Job, the show about building systems that make you obsolete because your value scales with everything you build instead of just how fast you can do it personally. I'm Mikey, and today we're doing the single highest leverage 30 minutes in your career, from worker to architect. The core idea is simple. Your value as a worker is capped by how many hours you can work. That's it. No matter how good you are, no matter how fast you move, you're still bound by the same 24 hours in a day. If someone else does exactly what you do, they're just as replaceable. But if you build systems that run on their own after you stop touching them, you change the math. You become an architect. The formula is force multiplier value equals output sees the people and systems it runs through. That's not some marketing phrase. It's a real measure of how much value you're creating beyond your own direct effort. A worker who does a report every day, 200 times a year, has a value that equals their time alone. An architect builds a system that makes hundreds of people do that same report without lifting a finger. The output is the same, but the multiplier changes from 1 to hundreds. Here's how to get there, step by step. First, identify repeatable tasks in your job. These aren't just things you do once, they're things you see others doing again and again. Second, quantify that impact. Ask, what is this task costing or saving, and how many people does it affect? That's your multiplier. Third, design a system that can handle the task without you. This could be an SOP, a script, a process, a tool, anything that replaces the need for your specific action. Fourth, implement and test that system with real data. Don't guess. See how much time it saves, how many people use it, what errors it reduces. Fifth, document everything and make it easy for others to adopt it. Finally, iterate and improve based on feedback and results. There's a huge trap in all of this. If you build systems without proof, without results, without working examples that your manager can see, you're just building a threat. You're not building leverage. The real corner you want to put your manager in is the promote or lose choice. That's when they have two options: promote you to build more machines or lose you to someone who will pay for that exact skill. But that position needs receipts, not just claims. Mistakes people make include trying to tackle everything at once, assuming their systems will be adopted without effort, and not measuring impact properly. You need to start small with a system that delivers real value before you can build bigger ones. The first thing that gets you noticed as an architect is something that saves your team 5 hours a week, not 5 years of work. The takeaway? Value equals output people and systems it runs through. Your job isn't to do the work faster. It's to design systems that keep doing it without you. That's how you move from worker to architect. One thing you're probably thinking right now is, that sounds great, but I don't have time for this. Here's what I've seen in teams that do this well. They take the most repetitive task and run it through a 3-step process. Step 1. They find someone who does it now, maybe even themselves, and map out how long it takes and exactly what happens. Step 2. They try to automate or systematize it, not by making it faster, but by making it possible for others to do it. Step 3. They test it on one other person, get feedback, and fix anything that doesn't work. That's the whole process in under an hour. The real reason people don't make this change is because they're too focused on being busy instead of being valuable. They think the more they personally do, the better they are. But that's just a way to avoid the hard part, thinking about what you're building and what happens after you stop doing it. If you take nothing else away from today, remember this one rule. Every repeatable task is a design problem in disguise. The question isn't how fast you can do something, it's how you can make others do it without you. That's not just smart work, that's architecting your own future. Now, here's what happens if you don't do this. You end up working harder and harder but getting less recognized for it. Your team keeps giving you more of the same tasks because they know you can handle them. You never get promoted because nobody wants to give you a job that doesn't require you personally. And eventually, someone else comes along who has done the work you're doing, but better and cheaper. The real test is not whether you have all the right tools or the perfect process. It's whether your manager can see the value of something you built that continues to produce results long after you've moved on. The systems you build don't just free you up, they free up your career. You're not competing with other workers, you're competing with the efficiency of your own design. That's work yourself out of a job. If this one earned its 30 minutes, the full system is inside the course at learn.mikey.ai. I'm Mikey. Build systems that make you obsolete, because that's how you create lasting value.